Hello everyone, my name is Lori Zettelmoyer, and I did my short research project on bring your own device policies in schools. The question I attempted to answer was, can BYOD policies in schools increase student engagement and learning? The answer is, it's really not that simple. Experts disagree on the impact, partly because they feel as though it highlights inequities between students, and also because they feel as though it's a lot of stress on the teacher to have so many different devices in a classroom. The U.S. Department of Education did warn against such policies. However, much of my research did show that when implemented correctly, schools did report higher levels of engagement and an increase in student motivation to learn. The policies in these schools, however, were implemented very carefully and slowly. So why would you bother with a bring your own device policy? Well, first of all, there's quite a few financial benefits for the district. There's no need to provide one-on-one devices if kids are encouraged and allowed to use their own devices. Another thing is, the kids have a comfort level with the device they're already using. It takes away the time that you would spend teaching them to use a new device and allows them to use whatever they're comfortable with and whatever they know. What makes a bring your own device policy successful? First of all, a clearly defined and enforced school policy relating to when devices should be used. Without this, the devices often just become a distraction to the students. The schools I researched also had quite a bit of parental involvement and a team which implemented and monitored the policy. The school network is also important. There needs to be a network in place that can support the devices and a tech team willing to help out when there is a problem with a device. My opinion, well, I think it's a great way for low-income districts to implement technology without needing to spend all their budget money on one-to-one Chromebooks or one-to-one iPads. However, with that being said, they also need to be able to provide devices to those without them. So there needs to still be a supply that can be accessed. I do think it's a great and easy way to have homeschool integration. Imagine how nice it would be for kids to have their phone at school or their iPad, take a picture, and then bring it home with them. The policies must be done carefully, and I think that the policies also have to include some character education, and that will help with the bullying, my device is better than yours type of aspect. Takeaways from this project for me. Well, I enjoyed the collaboration with peers. I thought it was great that it could reinforce and change my ideas. There was actually only one other person I collaborated with, and he and I had very similar projects. His research reinforced my own. I enjoyed reading it, and it kind of mirrored my own and let me know that I was on the right path. And also, I thought it had a really personal touch to an online course. It was very nice to get to know someone. One thing about the research itself that I learned is that the BYOD policies are not as simple as I originally thought. My school had integrated one for a while and then kind of phased it out. And now I see the planning, the slow integration, and the way it actually can contribute to student isolation and bullying if you're not willing to take your time and do the policy correctly. I thought this was a great way for a group project to take on a new level online. I would definitely use something like this in my classroom. It allowed us to collaborate but still work at our own pace. I found the literature review to be much more interesting and much less time consuming than when I was doing one on paper with a lot of notes and putting it together at the end. Final thoughts, I thought this was a very informative and enjoyable assignment. I enjoyed working with someone else and the human component. I hope you found my assignment as informative as I did. Thank you for watching my presentation.